Sagittarius, hey y'all, how y'all doing? You have reached your Southern Intuition, and this is a read. So you got ghosted, huh? I have already laid out the cards. Note the reading may not resonate for everyone, but I believe that everything connects eventually, and if it is your message to hear, you will do so, and then please like, share, and subscribe. So your friend or your lover is ignoring you, and was it something you said? Was it something you did? What should you do now? Just calm your tits. We're going to figure it out, all right? So, the overall for your reading here is the Unfinished Symphony. This is the 10th card, which is also a completion. 10s are about completion. But the Unfinished Symphony, very interesting enough here, Sagittarius, means there is unfinished business. There is an incomplete lesson. There is a lack of closure. There is a need to make amends. This card is all about implying that it's time to tie up loose ends because you've neared a completion of a cycle or a project, and it's time that you master this lesson before you can move on. It's important that you come to terms with where you are right now. It's about having that radical acceptance to take inventory so that your emotional and psychological closure can occur. And the answers that you seek as you look here at why, because Saggy is like, why? Why did you do this to me? Why is this happening? Everything is why. Why? Hot damn. Why? I mean, you don't always know why we engage in relationships and why we do what we do. It's mostly because our feelings aren't logical. Whether you need to recognize how you're being triggered, if this is someone else, their behavior, whatever the unresolved issues are, asking yourself, why am I feeling like this? Why did I say that? Why did this happen? You're going to have to spend time in introspection to get these answers. It could be very surprising to you. Moving on is difficult when love lingers. Things are left unsaid and you haven't had the opportunity for closure. And you can still feel bound up when the closure is denied. But it's important to achieve this for yourself. Write that letter, make that call, or have that conversation over a cup of coffee for peace of mind. Accept matters as they are. Make amends if need be, and declare your feelings, even if only to yourself. Be clear about what was left unresolved, and then close the door on it, so that way you can set yourself free here. But don't quit before the finish line. Spirit wants you to win. In the end here, you've tried and you cared, and sometimes that is enough. Adventure awaits you. Go find it, instead of sitting here and being sad, because that's where you are. 5 of Cups. Unbelievable sadness and grief. You've experienced this loss, and it feels like you're never going to be happy again. But you will. You have chose to deal with this pain, and it determines how quickly you can move on. The 5 of Elixirs could also be talking about old wounds. It might not be so much that this person ghosted you, but maybe there's pain in the past that's not been healed. And you just can't see anything positive flourishing. Yeah, you just lost, despair, grief. Everything sucks. But check it out. Your person over here is experiencing the 8 of Blades. Well, good enough for them, right? Because they ghosted you. Yeah. Yeah, well, they kind of feel helpless. They feel restricted in their thinking. And it's coming from probably outside sources. It seems that nothing they do is working out, and they don't know how to make it happen. And it's all this doubt is actually their worst enemy. And they can't trust what is real and what isn't. And so that's why they've determined to just take a step back. They're trying to write out what they need. They're trying to perceive the situation differently. So that way they can review it later. That way they can feel more confident in their mental process. The underlying energy here between, I feel, the both of you, this energy is the 7 of Rods, and it's indicating, don't give up in the face of adversity or challenges. You've experienced, you are a warrior and you can overcome anything with bravery and confidence. Remember that you've got the advantage here, okay? If you feel drained and you're unsure about your next step, then you could feel pulled in so many different directions and you're wanting to guard yourself and protect yourself. You need to just draw on those past experiences where you learned things, formulate your plan. Don't hide from these feelings. There's feelings here. There is the cups energy. There's emotions, this unfinished symphony. You just need to acknowledge them. Don't hide from them. Put your game face on and get back to work. Be brave. Be confident. Be this warrior. Be responsible. Take challenges. The Seven of Rods is also about loneliness. Feeling lonely. Well, go out on an adventure, Saggy. Maybe that's what you could do. Now, what is it that you need to know here? The Nine of Pentacles. Very interesting enough. The Nine of Pentacles is all about abundance and independence and having everything that you need, not needing for nothing, flowing with positivity here. Nothing can bring you down if your self-esteem is at an all-time high, and I feel that's where you're at. You've got confidence here. The Nine of Coins wants you to look at the fruits of your labor with pride. You've achieved something, some kind of financial security. You have some kind of emotional fulfillment and good health. You could feel like you're lost and confused, but the greatest investment here that you can make is that of yourself. That's what you need to know. It could also be implying that someone else is still single. They're just dealing with their own shit. And the advice, well, comes with the Four of Blades. Heal. This is just a period of recuperation. Rest is one of the most compassionate things that you can do for your mental well-being. And when you heal the mind, all other problems you face will become more manageable. You need to accept that this is what your mind and your body need right now. Relaxation will allow you to regroup and to refocus so that you can tackle the stresses that are around you. If you attack a situation head on without mental clarity of a rested mind, you won't be able to accomplish as much as you set out to. So your advice right now is to rest, recover, get this mental break, heal from this situation, Saggy. And the outcome here, there's so much mental mindfuck. The outcome is the Queen of Blades. Well, the Queen of Blades is very observant, and she's independent, and she spends time alone watching the world go by. And she just kind of takes little snippets of information. And when you think that she isn't listening, she can swoop in with a sarcastic comment or a piece of advice so spot on that you're just taking back a step. The Queen of Swords wants you to find the way without help from others, indicating this time of independence. Again, going back to that Nine of Pentacles there. You've got the skills and the information that you need, and now is the time to put it all together. Rational thought trumps your emotional hot-headedness. Being aloof will allow your judgment to be clear. So I see there probably will be communication that comes back from this individual. But it's not going to be until they get their shit together. And when it does happen, that way you can be clear. You know that you deserve respect. And that's the only way to get it. Go out on an adventure, Sagittarius. Free yourself. Stop asking yourself the whys, the whens, the hows. Yes, there is unfinished business here. You're going to have to let your guard down. You're just going to have to forgive. Write them that letter. Say what it is that you need to say and let it go. They always come back. And good luck with that.